welcome you to a smoky ballroom where the band that's currently playing, known as the Smoky Dokies, are playing their biggest performance at Arkham Hotel. The Grand is very excited to have them there, and as they begin to play their final song for the night, melodic tunes fill the smoke-filled room as people sit gently, enjoying their food and their waters as much as they can. Enjoying the dulcet sounds of Holly, she sings into the silver microphone, as if a siren calling you closer and closer to the rocks. It's at this moment we take ourselves to look at the L-shaped bar, where Mr. Persimore sits. He is the general manager or the main owner of Capitol Records. And as he sits there listening to Holly sing into the microphone, another gentleman, a portly gentleman, steps up behind him, taps him on the shoulder, and as Mr. Persimore turns around and looks at him, he goes, "Ah, Mr. Carter, it's good to see you, sir. Yes, I was really looking forward to this meeting. They told me that the man of Capitol Records was coming to talk to me today. I was hoping that this would be very good news." "Well, I think it would be very good news. Because the thing is that your Smoky Dokies are now going to be a permanent establishment at Capitol Records." And he takes out a piece of paper and hands it over to Mr. Carter, who opens it, reads it for a second, and his face almost goes white, pale, but not out of fear, but more of just pure excitement, happiness. "This says 5 years and $10,000? Are you sure?" "Mr. Carter, I believe that the Smoky Dokies are the next big hit. They will travel all around the country, and I'm willing to offer that. Each of them will make roughly about $10,000 in the first year." "Each of them?" "Yes, each of them." And he takes out a much larger envelope that is filled to the brim, and you can even see a couple of dollar bills sticking out of it. "This is their payment from the Grand, as well as payment from us, just as a added entry bonus. I hope that we will see them in New York in a week to record their very first record." Yes, sir. Yes, that's fantastic. I can't wait to tell them." "Oh, I'm sure you are excited." They both shake hands, and the gentlemen finish their waters and their cigars they smoke in celebration. As the Smoky Dokies wrap up the final act, the smoke fills the room, and everything goes to black. Until the next morning. The next morning in Arkham, behind the Grand Arkham Hotel, is one of joy, happiness, and even though there's no music playing, it's almost as if you can hear a jazz trumpet playing in the background itself. The year is 1925. The Roaring Twenties are still going on, and for most of the folks, they are excited for what's coming to America itself. But let's just focus on the Smoky Dokies right now, as they're all standing, slowly coming out of the back of the hotel to meet their manager, Mr. Carter, who's standing next to two very nice cars that say Rolls-Royce on the back of each of them, with luggage packed into them. You all begin to pile out, and obviously, after such a successful performance, you guys partied the previous night before, drinking plenty of water, as they would say. Maybe you stayed until about 2 a.m. Who knows when you finally got to bed. But you woke up, had a hearty and healthy breakfast, and now you're standing there as Mr. Carter stands with the biggest grin on his face. You could almost call him a Cheshire cat at this point. He looks at you all and he goes, "What a fantastic performance you guys all did last night. I'm super proud of each and every single one of you. But I know what you're expecting now, payment." And he takes out 4 envelopes And he hands each of you a white envelope. It's got a little heft and weight to it. And as you open both of the envelopes, you're surprised at how much money is inside each of them. It's roughly about $5,000 in cold, hard cash. Mr. Carter says, now if that surprises you, wait until I tell you what comes next. He takes out a piece of paper from his suit and he opens it up. And he says, Mr. Percival was here last night, Capitol Records. You all are going to be recording your first track for Capitol Records with an exclusive contract for 5 years. And in the first year, you'll be making as much as $10,000 each. I was excited as you are. Of course, I'll have my cut that will not interfere with any of your cuts whatsoever. But I'm just as excited as you are about this. However, it's a little bit of a caveat. You're all heading to New York City next in order to record. You'll go there, you'll have an entire week to be able to check out the sites. And then by Friday morning, we'll have you guys in the studio recording your first track. And soon all of America will be able to hear the Smoky Dokies.
Wow.
He looks over to Ricky and he goes, a special surprise for you. And he takes out a pair of keys and tosses them to you. Do you see the car on my left?
Yes, sir.
That is the new car for the company. And what you will all be riding in style to New York City.
Wow. Too kind.
Brand spanking new Rolls Royce. It's sort of white macadamia-like color, and there's blue inlays on the side of it. It's a long car for the most part, but you know off the top of your head, this is a fast car, and Rolls Royce makes the best of them all. And he notices you looking at it and goes, yes, this is a very fast car. Don't go too fast. Make sure you get to New York. I'm headed off to Boston to check on some things, but I'll see y'all in a week. Hops into his car and takes off. You all hop into your car as well too, and begin to drive off out of Arkham. As you begin to drive out of Arkham itself, you notice you start to hit a bit of traffic. It's a sunny day, but it's a busy day, regardless. And the traffic gets a little too condensed to the point that you, taking a look at the map, notice that there's a little bit of a road that off runs. So you think to yourself, maybe we could take a shortcut. And you do. You begin to take a shortcut through the countryside. And you drive and drive, but it seems a lot longer than usual. It takes nearly 2-3 hours, and soon it is nothing but countryside. You don't see a single animal. The last city you saw was at least 2 hours away. And from time to time, you'll see a regular farmhouse, and that's about it. As you drive and drive and drive, it all just becomes grass at this point. Not a soul in sight at all. But as you begin to drive, all of a sudden, the car begins to sputter. And it sputters more and more and more. And as you try to figure out what is going on, it begins to quit out on you to the point that the car completely stops and you come to a rolling stop in the middle of the road.
Can I try to pull it off to the side at all, or is it desolate out here, I imagine?
You're able to pull it off to the side, but it's so desolate you haven't seen another car in quite a while. But you do anyways, just for safety's sake. And as you take a look at the car itself, you start to ding on the fuel gauge, and you could have swore that you at least had about 75% of your tank left. But now the car is reading completely empty. And as you step out of the vehicle and you're kind of taking a look around, you begin to see what looks to be a little bit of a liquid line that's running every so often from down the road. And then you freak out and you kind of almost fall to the ground to look under the car and notice that one of the lines has been cut.
Folks, we got a problem. I think I'd call out to the rest of the band and let them know what's going on.
What's going on?
Fuel line's been cut.
What does that mean?
What?
Cut.
Can I inspect it further, see if it's like a clean cut or anything down there?
It's probably a nick from a stone or something from the
Looks like it's
country
just
road.
got like a hole in it. Something.
Yeah, little hole in it.
Is the car drivable?
It's not drivable without any gas, but yeah, I suppose it'd be fine if we got the hole fixed and put some more gas in it.
Well, where can we get gas? Did they leave us with some?
Mr. Carter put any in the car other than what we had, I guess? Do we have any canisters or anything?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No
No, with these
Amazing.
cars, you would have had enough fuel to easily be able to get to another town, regardless of how long you were driving for.
Well, I can't walk in. That's out of the question.
Might not have much of a choice there.
Can you all give me spot hidden rolls, please?
$85 if they fail.
Okay.
98. Very bad fail.
55, 55.
55.
16.
Okay. You all don't see it, but you definitely see it. Off in the distance, you notice what looks to be a very wrought iron gate and a house that sits over by the side of the road.
Ah, there's a house right there. One of you can go trot on and ask for help.
I don't mind walking, but someone gonna go with me? Or
Yeah, well,
We're all gonna go, right?
I imagine the car's probably fine. Look out onto the expanse of miles of country.
You haven't seen anyone in miles. It's perfectly safe if you were to leave it here with your stuff.
yeah, might as well just leave it here.
All right. Well, one of you is going to have to carry me.
All right.
Thank you.
She's as light as a feather. You pick her up very easily, and she
Strength of 6.
holds on to it. Can you give me a strength roll really quick,
yeah.
though? I want to see how well.
Let's not do those dice again, actually. That was a rough spot hit. 17?
Okay. Yep. Light as a feather. You could practically almost perch her on one of your shoulders if you wanted to. And you begin to make your way up this country road. It's dirt and red clay for the most part. You're tracking some dust and dirt on your shoes. You don't even have to worry about that at all. As you make your way up to the house itself. Now, the house is grand, is an understatement. The property is somewhat huge, and the house is about 2 stories, roughly, from what you can tell. And even from here, you can start to see some light shine off the second floor windows, which look to have almost a rainbow-like pattern, stained glass pattern to them. Even from 50 yards out, you can see this very easily. As you walk up closer and closer to it, you realize very quickly that you're now walking on solid pavement, which clearly this is someone's very rich property. And the fact that it's this well maintained, you notice the lawn is well kept. All of the bushes are perfectly aligned in a sort of circular pattern, which is odd to you when you think about it. But as you begin to make your way up to the house more and more, can we all get spot hidden rolls, please?
Safe.
80 failed again.
Failed.
46 success.
Okay.
7 success.
Okay.
Hard success?
Yeah. Lord, you can't stop thinking about, the car itself. And God, I wish we were just in New York City now. Can't believe we're stuck like this out here. It's ridiculous. But the rest of you all, as you begin to walk up to the house, begin to notice one or two things and a third thing. The first thing you notice is that there's a pit to the right of the house, and it's filled with ash. A lot of ash. And as you begin to see where it's falling from, you notice it's coming out of one of the windows, and you're not sure why. It just floats slowly, and you get the very strong smell of incense from it. Honey, maybe salt. Yeah, you can't quite place it. But then the last thing that you notice is that a face is staring at you directly from the window. Can you all give me sanity rolls, please? Besides Lord. Lord, you didn't notice this, so you're fine.
Good God.
53.
Passed.
7.
Pass.
95.
Take 1 point of sanity.
Yeah.
It freaks you out, but you both, my ladies here, notice that, yes, it's a weird face looking back at you through this front window, but then as you take a look at it more and you're getting closer up to it, you start to notice that it's a marble bust of a man with very well-kempt hair, a full beard that's almost cut perfectly too, and it's all black marble that's staring at you. Ricky, this shocks you because you think that somebody's staring at you through the window, and it freaks you out a little bit. But you all begin to walk up to the front door. What do you want to do?
Reckon we should knock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, 1 second. Hold on. You start to hear the clatter of somebody stepping down from something and the shuffling of feet up to the front door. And the door begins to unlock and it opens. And what you see is a very elderly man, roughly in his early 70s. He's a little bit hunched over, but he's very well kept. His suit is very nice as well. It's black, white type of suit. And you can kind of almost think of him as a butler in a way, is what he looks like to you all. He opens the door and he goes, it's not, we weren't expecting guests until later. Who are you all? How can I help you?
Well, we're trying to see if you can maybe help us out. Our car, it broke down, and maybe you have some gas or something that could help us. We're trying to get somewhere. We're trying to get to New York.
Looks like we got a hole in our fuel line. Could really use some gas, and if you've got it, a little bit of tape.
Yeah, we might have something in the garage out here. Yeah, we definitely do. So, hold on. Let me, ladies, if you'd like, it's a bit chilly outside. Come on in. Come on in.
Thank you.
Very much.
You gentlemen, I'll need you to accompany me because I don't know much about automotives, and I could definitely use your help.
Seems reasonable.
He leads both of you in, Holly and Florence, into the house itself, and he walks you through what looks to be a little bit of a library, and then he walks you through a dining room into what appears to be a lounge with seats, very ornate. Some of them are covered in blankets or sheets. Whatever. There's a fire roaring, and you begin to see the bus that you recognize from earlier is standing there, but it's looking directly out the window, which is curious in its own way. And he sits both of you down. He goes, Rosemary will be here in a second. She'll get you something to drink. I can tell her on the way. Is tea okay?
Oh, yes, please.
That'd be
I'd
great.
love a spot of tea.
I'll make sure Rosemary knows. Just,
Cream and sugar.
of course, I'll make sure.
Thank you.
None for me, thanks.
Okay. Just take a seat here. I'm sure Augustus, my master, will be down here in a minute. And he steps out and makes his way through. you start to hear him talk off in the distance as he's walking back through the house, back towards you both. But you hear him even from the lounge. Just, Rosemary, we have 2 guests in the lounge. Tea. One of them wants cream and sugar. It's the hoity-toity one. Just make sure she gets it. I'll make sure the master knows I'm just stepping out to the garage for a minute. And you hear what sounds like a female voice in agreement go, yes, I understand. And Jeremiah steps back out onto the front porch with both of you all, and he has a key in his hand. And he goes, we'll take a step out to the garage here, and we'll see if we can't get you boys some tools. And he starts to walk you guys out onto the gravel driveway and make your way all the way around to what appears to be the barn, per se. As you walk, you notice yet again that everything's circular. It's almost perfectly perpendicular in a way. And as you walk towards the barn, you notice that there's a well that's dead center behind the house, but it's a good little bit away. And the other thing that you notice off to the far right is what appears to be a mausoleum that sits on the property itself. Not unheard of for most rich families to keep their loved ones after death on the property itself, most having expansive cemeteries of their own. This is all you can think of. Is you're kind of almost in awe because everything is so nice and well kept, and just this is definitely a place of money and wealth. And you make your way to the garage. He walks up to one of the stall doors, and he puts the key in, and he unclicks it, opens it, and you both walk inside this barn garage. As you step in, you notice that each of the doors that you saw on the outside of it lead to their own stall area. You would think as soon as you step into it that obviously they've kept animals, probably horses more than likely here. This was probably a stable once before. And in each of the other stalls, besides this area that you're stepping into now, you begin to see what looks to be workshop tools, carpentry, some other little knick-knacky things, possibly a little bit of storage from the house itself. Because they live so far out here in the countryside, you think that maybe they have to handle things themselves. Maybe Jeremiah does a little bit of fixing and handling things around the house. And you step into what appears to be the carport. Now, at the carport, the biggest thing that catches your eye as you walk in is a brand new spanking Rolls-Royce Phantom. It's silver inlays, all black, almost metallic looking paint. It's ivory white seats that sit inside of it, and almost ivory steering wheel that's sticking out of it. It's clean, not a shred of dust is on this car. Brand spanking new. And around it, there's some automotive tools and various things in order to fix your car. You probably maybe even see some tape or automotive tape that you could use to fix the fuel line. And then, Lord, you notice over as you kind of walk around the car and you're taking a look at it, you start to see some gas canisters as well, too. So what would you like to do?
Well, sir, is the gas canisters we could use?
Yeah, you take a look and see if there's any gas in them. I'm not too sure. Well, I can't remember. But yeah, sure, you take a look at them and see if we have any gas in them.
I'm going to take a look, Ricky.
Take a look, lift both of them up, and they're as light as air.
Nothing in here. That car work?
Yeah, it should work. We ran it about a month ago to go get supplies.
Got any gas in it?
I'm sure there's probably some still left in the tank itself.
We could always try to siphon some of that into the gas canister. Maybe use that to get us going until we can at least hit the new town. Next town.
There's a pump right there on the wall if you want to grab that, young man.
I'll grab the tape that we need to fix the fuel line, and then I'll go ahead and start working on the pump, trying to get.
So you grab the pump off the wall, and Lord, you're kind of standing there with Jeremiah, and Jeremiah is kind of hoity-toity to himself. He's just, that's strange. This is where we had gas. We mostly keep supplies here. We get everything delivered. We don't normally go out. The master has a good bit of money, so we can get things out here every couple weeks or so. You know for a fact with this version of the car, if you're going to try to siphon any gas or anything, the best method would probably be to get under the car itself. And you start to get under the car and finagle with some things. It's a little difficult. You have seen this car from afar. You've never driven it.
One of 2 Rolls Royces that Ricky has seen in his entire life were today.
That in itself provides some sort of complications for you. And as you're laying on the ground, staring up at the engine parts, you've managed to finally figure out how you can finagle a pipe in order to get the pump to work. And you sense a presence. And you think to yourself, what is that? You see the feet of Lord, and you see the feet of Jeremiah. But then you see another pair of feet. They're shoeless, cold, dead even.
Jeremiah, Lord, there somebody out there with you?
You don't see anybody.
Not that I can see, Ricky.
What are you talking about, young man? Are the fumes getting to you under the car?
No. I just third pair of feet there. I thought I was gonna shimmy my way out, having finished the work that I need down here.
You, even as you shimmy, you kind of look back to see if you still see the feet, and they're gone. Can you take 1 point of sanity damage from me, please?
Sure can.
As you start to see him shuffle under the car and begin to move, Jeremiah sits there and he almost has an epiphany. And he goes, you know what? There might be some gas canisters in the back here. You wait right here and I'll go take a look. I'll just walk through the doorway back there. And there's a doorway there that leads probably further into the barn. It's a little bit bigger than that. And as he begins to make his way that way, you're still trying to get out from underneath the car. You are sitting there as Jeremiah begins to walk towards this doorway. And as he begins to walk towards this doorway, all of a sudden you start to hear a noise, like a low hissing noise or growling.
Ricky, you hear that?
I hearing that as well under the car.
Can you give me a listen roll for me?
Yeah, I've got decent listen. There's a 42 and a pass.
Okay. Yeah, you hear it, and it's getting louder.
Lord, what's that?
It's almost as if it's right next to you, but then you hear it from the doorway. It's getting louder and louder as Jeremiah walks towards the doorway.
Anyone there?
Jeremiah is oblivious as he gets closer and closer. And as he gets up to the doorway itself, you begin to see a figure move into the doorway. It crawls into the frame.
Ricky.
Oh.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah is oblivious. What are you saying, young man?
Behind you.
And at that point, the hands, cold dead hands, grab onto his shoulders and start to drag him behind the door frame. teeth begin to gnash, flesh sound like they're being torn from bone begin to happen, and that's all you hear from around the doorway. You run up to it in a panic, trying to save the old man. Nothing is there. No blood, no dead body, no drag marks, not even this creature that you saw.
Wait a minute.
You had caught the tail end of this.
Just scrambling out from underneath the phantom.
What was that?
Can you both give me sanity rolls, please?
31. Okay. Jesus Christ, 98. Bad fail. Ooh.
So you pass, but you failed. You're still going to lose 1 point of sanity for me, please.
Ooh.
Oh, dear,
Okay.
dear Ricky.
Poor Ricky.
Here, lose 3 points.
5.
Oh, is that going to knock you down to 5?
Yeah, let's be down to 35.
That's beautiful. Can you do a knowledge roll for me, please?
Oh no.
So one of the things,
Different dice. Different dice.
one of the things in Call of Cthulhu is that when you see spooky and terrifying things, you have to be able to comprehend it in your head. The thing is you better not have a very intelligent character, because if you succeed on your knowledge roll, you will comprehend what you've seen, and I will start a temporary bout of sanity.
Oh no.
But if you fail,
84. I have a knowledge of 49.
you will repress it and keep it to yourself.
You see Ricky takes out a flask from his jacket pocket of water and just starts chugging it.
You both stand there at what was the site of a man who obviously was attacked by something. A person? Something of, well, not human as far as you know. And as you both stand there, you start to hear the garage door the handle begins to jiggle. And you hear a key go into it. And you hear the lock slide. And the door slowly opens. Kind of brace yourself for a minute, thinking, does this thing have a key? Is it moving around? And as the door opens, Jeremiah walks into the barn. Perfectly fine. No scars, no damage, no nothing. As he looks at both of you. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help you, gentlemen, with something?
What?
And it is there that we will end the very first episode of Descent into Madness, plays the Saturnine Chalice. Join us next time for our next lovely offering. Goodbye.